Intro morning Monday. Intro morning Monday. What's good, people? It's your boy Terah, the Barber, the husband and father. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever you see or you hear this episode. So today's topic is expensive pain. Yes, sir. Let me put my hat forward. You know what I'm saying? Rep my burrow so thorough. Today's topic is expensive pain in honor of my boy Meek Mill's 5th studio album. I was definitely happy to see that he came out with this right here. The album has dropped, and I was going over what should I be speaking about today, and we're going to talk about expensive pain. If you don't know, let's get into what the meaning of expensive pain is, straight from the $1 Million Worth of Game interview with Meek Mills. Let's go, people.
Mouth like, listen, expensive pain, what do that mean?
It got 100 different meanings to it. Expensive pain, going to work, being away from your kids, working out in the gym, getting the body, spending money at the mall, anything. It'd be so many different titles in one.
Yes.
I can't really break it down in it's like you drawing. Drawing is like 90 different things in one. Expensive pain is 100 different things in one. If nigga hit your bitch while you rich, it might be expensive pain. You heard? If a nigga steal from your own homie, stole from you, that's expensive pain.
Hey, what up?
Niggas talking behind your back, you grew up with your whole life, taking care of expensive pain. Shit like that, you know? The shit we go through.
Yes. Expensive pain is today's topic, beloveds. And I was just talking to my lovely wife this morning about a few things, coming up with the full topic and the full spiel of what I want to go through when it comes to me speaking about this. And if you heard from Meek Mill, we talk about expensive pain, the things that, if you seen last week's episode, we was talking about sacrifices, and I think that just chisels right into this week's episode of expensive pain and the things that we gotta sacrifice or spend to really get our head wrapped around the full meaning of this expensive pain. So, like Meek Mill said, you could be going through some things, but I'm gonna break down my analogy of expensive pain. To me, the things that we feel that we can afford, but we really can't afford to lose when it comes to us breaking our pockets. Expensive pain to me. This is what I want to talk about. My meaning of it. Now, we tend to sometimes feel that we can control a situation, or we can feel that we are over the situation, or we can grab ourselves to understand the situation, people, places, or things. And a lot of times that is not the case. A lot of times we think that we know what we're going through and we can control what we're going through, but that is not the case. So my expensive pain is sometimes I like to indulge when I know that I can't afford it. And I'm going to feel that pain later. Case in point, this week I went out after working. It was one of my comrades' birthdays. And I said, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice some sleep. I'm going to sacrifice myself. And I'm going to take the time out to go and celebrate somebody's birth. We celebrated his birthday, and I was there. I said, we got to be in attendance. As long as we're going to be there as one, this is what we need to do. So sometimes we got to sacrifice ourselves for the better of the momentum of what you're trying to build. So I'm trying to build something with this new barbershop. And the first thing that I always try to tend to is to make sure that the fellowship is there. If you got fellowship, if you got togetherness, if you want a cohesive type of plane, then you know that you can build. And a lot of things that us as black people don't do is that we don't try to build each other. We don't try to be there for each other, and we don't try to support one another. So that's what I said that I had to sacrifice this past Saturday. Or was it Friday? Saturday. I had to sacrifice myself and to go out, even though I had to be to work 6 o'clock the next morning. And I went. And I attended the event. It was a beautiful event, you know, and my man had got engaged that night. You know what I'm saying? He took the time out and he got engaged. And it wasn't like we didn't know that he was going to do it, but he got engaged. Excuse me, let me just show you guys a little highlight. You know what I'm saying? He got engaged. We had a great time, and I was happy to be there. So my boy Reg got engaged this weekend. I was happy to be there because from engagement comes marriage, from marriage come kids or just building on something bigger. And I was happy to, take my time out, sacrifice myself, and go out and spend time with the people that I'm trying to build with, trying to build something great with. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I knew that I couldn't afford to spend the money that I did on that night. And I was definitely feeling that pain of me spending some things that was very expensive. I went out, bought hookah, bought some liquor, bought some food, and I told myself for the rest of the year I wasn't going to be spending no money. I wasn't going out to no gatherings, no nothing. If you tunnel vision or the focus of what you got to do, and me and my family, we got to buy this house in Georgia. That's the game plan. But sometimes you got to sacrifice yourself. You got to sacrifice your time. You got to sacrifice some money. You got to sacrifice some pain and some problems just to go through some things that you got to go through. But the topic of expensive pain, I felt like sometimes the expense don't have to be so expensive. You got to know how to ball on a budget. What's good? You got to know how to ball on a budget. You could do things. See, the one thing I want you guys to take from today, is that you could do things on a budget. You could do things without spending so much money. You could do things and still not have to feel like you digging yourself in a hole. Now, let me speak about, I was talking to a gentleman while I was at work over the weekend. I'm working on my days off, trying to grind out, get into this paper, right? And I was talking to the gentleman, and he was like, I spoke to a manager at Family Dollar, and there's more and more people shopping at Family Dollar now than last year. And the reason why, because people can't afford to spend on these frivolous things that they used to. So now they're trying to find a bargain. I believe that people trying to find a bargain. I believe that people starting to think smarter and work easier and not work harder. Now we need to be focusing on the things that we need and the things that we want. Because you could definitely feel that pain of spending some things that's going to be very expensive when you know that you could take a step back and relax a little bit, focus a little bit more, and then you be doing things. Because that's the plan. The plan is to set your goal, which I've been saying from the beginning of the year. Have your vision board. Focus on the things that you got set forth, and then you're going to focus on that. You got to be able to focus. You got to be able to write down. You got to be able to speak it into existence. Somebody told me this weekend that there's a power in the tongue. There's a power in the tongue. Salute everything in moderation. Salute. That's a fact. Everything in moderation. But sometimes we like to indulge. Sometimes we like to spend what we don't got and then try to pay it back. Sometimes we like to say, you know what, I know I ain't got it, but I'm gonna do this anyway. And it's okay to tell people that I can't do it today. I can't do it this week. I can't do it this month. It's not really in my budget. There's nothing wrong with telling people that it's just not for you. See, we tend to do things and there's nothing coming out of it for us. And then you feel like you obligated to do things that's really going to hinder you from getting to where you need to be. So I just want you guys to focus on expensive pain. Now, somebody that done did you wrong and it's costing you nothing but time, pain, energy, that's expensive in a different form. You need to let that go. If you procrastinating on something that you know you need to be doing, and you making up all these excuses of why you just can't do it, you can't get up, get out and do something, then that is something that you can't afford to lose. You can't afford to put on the back burner. You can't afford to say, I'm gonna do it later. What you need to do is do it now. I focus on letting people know that you could do it now. Stop making up these excuses or the reason why you can't do it, and do it. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and stay in your lane. Stop trying to focus on the things that you know you shouldn't be doing and focus on the things that you know that you need to be doing to get to the goal that you're trying to set forth. You can't catch God's blessings when your hand is full of shit you don't need. Salute to my queen, Cherie Sapp, for putting out that nice topic. Excuse me, that nice comment right there. That is a fact. We need to know how much water can be held in that pitcher. or in that bucket before it overflows. See, we don't know when to say stop. Like, you know how you sit at the table and you eating food and your belly getting full and you know that you need to stop, but you just keep glutting and you just keep eating till you gotta lay back. I can't breathe. There's a reason why it's called portion. I want you to portion your life. I want you to portion your mindset. I want you to make sure that you take these small goals, these small wins. If you didn't check out that last episode that I did about small wins, check that out. We talking about things that's going to manifest you in the long run. See, people like to be talking about these things that they trying to get to, these tangible things that they trying to get to, but it's so far in their reach that you're not focusing on what you can definitely get right now. So I want you to understand that these expensive pains is only temporary. Don't let nobody hinder you from getting to where you need to be. And that's the main thing. I was talking to my wife this morning and we had the whole analogy about people and their fears. And she was saying that if she jump out of an airplane, her fear is her hitting the floor, right? And her parachute not opening up in time. And I said, no, the point of it is that you facing your fears by jumping out of the plane. That's the fear. Most people can't even get to the point where they're about to jump, where they at that door and they slide the door open and you feel the wind in your face and you're about to jump out. Most people are not even, first of all, booking the whole excursion to jumping out of a plane. They're going to talk about it and say who want to do it, but they never going to do it. Most people don't even take the training class to get prepared to really jump out of the plane. Most people don't get on that plane with the whole suit on and a parachute and they get up in the air. Most people don't even get up in the air and wait until the instructor is saying, are you ready? And they open up that door. See, that's what you need to be getting. You need to be preparing yourself for the things that you know that you want to face. The fears that you want to face is going to get you better and it's going to put you in a better position in life. That's the main thing. So let's stop focusing on if I jump out the airplane, if my parachute going to open. You need to be focusing on when I get on that airplane and I get up in that air and they slide that door open, that I'm going to jump out. That's what you need to be focusing on. The fear of jumping out is what you need to conquer. Once you jump out, you free falling. You feeling that energy. You doing something that millions of people can't do, and that's overcome the fear of so many things. And when you overcome fears that you have, so many things is going to come straight to you. Because you're already facing the fears that so many people are scared of. If you're scared of public speaking, if you're scared of going back to school, if you're scared of trying to find a new job, if you're scared of moving to a new state, if you're scared of just breaking up with the person that you're with to get with somebody else that's gonna be better for you. Let's focus on passing the fear and getting over the hurdle so that we could get to somewhere better. Another case in point, I was watching a movie yesterday, and I'm gonna finish it off with this. I was watching a movie yesterday, The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, right? And I love this movie because it always shows me myself in the mirror. Because Vince Vaughn always wanted to do the things that he wanted to do, never really showed appreciation to his wife, and she would be flustered about all the things that she would try to do for her and him, but he was never trying to bend or break or do anything for her. He would always make excuses of the reason why he couldn't do things, and she got to the tipping point where she said, you know what, I can't do this no more. So that's when they broke up. But during the breakup of, oh, I'm not leaving, she gotta leave, and him being, so bullheaded and saying and doing the things that's just going to get on her nerves, he came to the realization at the end of the movie that he would do anything that he can to get back right with her, but it was just too late. It gets a point where people just say, you know what, this is not for me. This is not going to work. This is not what we need to be doing. I need time for myself to build on myself so that I can see what else is out there. And the movie, every time I see this movie, it speaks the same thing. It speaks so much energy to me, because at the end where they both sitting inside their loft and he's over here pouring out his heart and saying that the only thing I want to do is just make you happy, and she's saying, you know what, I don't have no more to give. That realization right there when she say that, and then you can see his heart sink down deep. It's just like, you know what, I really effed up to the point where there's no return. And then after they sell the place and then he gets his shit together and business is going good for him and his brother, and she come back into town and then they see each other around the holiday time and he looks good, she looks good, they both in a good energy, and they say, you know what, let's not take too long next time to catch up. Because that's what we need sometimes. We need to go apart. We need to break up to get back together. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, maybe this ain't working. Maybe I need to figure out what else is out there for me. Maybe this job is not for me. Maybe this state is not for me. Maybe this town is not for me. Maybe this part of town is not for me. Maybe this job is not for me. Maybe this is just not working. But we need to know that these expensive pains that we feel is something that God is going to put in our path to make sure that we are bigger and better and greater than we ever could be. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Maybe you get it because I get it. But I hope you get it. And I hope you leave a comment down below and send this to somebody just to know that. And make sure you guys check out Meek Mill's new album, Expensive Pain. The album has dropped already. I'm going to be bumping it all day long. Make sure you guys check that out because I know that he's in the right headspace right now. That is amazing to see, because I was just saying, when is Meek Mill's going to get back to Meek Mill's? And he's saying that he's back on the path that he needs to be. And it's amazing just to see that. So I thank you guys this morning. Facebook, I appreciate you guys. Instagram, you know, love is love. Life is life and loyalty is priceless. That's a quote by my man, Come On New Rule. So I hope you guys get it. Thank you if you do, because sometimes I'll be rambling, but it's all good. But the message for today is Expensive Pain. Check out the episode, the new podcast episode of $1 Million Worth of Game with Gilly and Wallow with Meek Mills. It's definitely amazing to listen to or watch. And until next week, people, y'all know what it is. Same time, same station, same me. Make sure you guys checking me out. Intro Morning Monday, every Monday, 9 o'clock, no matter what. And I'm feeling good this morning. I hope you guys are feeling great also. Salute to my wife. She said growth take time. And Nelly also said she got it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And my boy Chris said, I'm loving your energy. Thank you, my brother Barber. Love, salute. So to everybody that's listening to me on Facebook and on Instagram, Johnny, what up? Peter, I see you. What's up? All my people on here. I think you guys were taking the time out because you didn't have to. So till next week, Intro Morning Monday, I salute you. I thank you. Make sure you call somebody that you love or you haven't spoken to in a while. Tell them that you're just checking on them. Tell them that you was just thinking about them. Because that's what we do. We want to check on each other. Make sure that everybody's good. And we're all in the same in the right headspace. So till next week, peace out. I love y'all. Salute.